Yes, Valley Club, silhouettes of upcoming characters have arrived. So who are the new tunes that are coming in update 7.7? More free diamonds are on the way, and all legendary characters are all now semi-permanent events. But is this a good or a bad thing? We're discussing all of these topics and more in this edition of your Marvel Strike Force Weekly News Update. This week, I am joined by the newest member of the Envoy program, Brother Dulom, and is ready for all of it. Brother Dulom, let him know what to do.
Let's go, smash it.
And welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I am ValleyFlyin. This is Dulomshire, and this is your Marvel Strike Force Weekly News Update. We do this every week, covering everything that has happened and everything that is happening in Marvel Strike Force. And if this is your first time here, hit the subscribe button for more great Marvel Strike Force content. At least 5 Marvel Strike Force videos per week on the channel. News videos like this, reveal videos, question and answer videos, everything to help your experience in Marvel Strike Force. But how has your experience been in Marvel Strike Force this week, Brother Dulom?
Oh, dude, I'm having fun. I'm having a lot of fun with this game.
You sound surprised by that.
This game's been fun for me. This game's been fun, but I'm having fun. I play raids manually every day now, so I get to. Yeah, I'm playing them manually. I'm having fun. Cosmic Crucible is honestly, even though we're this far into a season, it's still super fun. War's been more engaging lately for me. Honestly, I'm having a lot of fun with this game lately. A lot of fun.
I am as well. And I am getting very, very close to the next commander level. If we go into the game right now and see where we're at, you see, I'm about a little under 8,500 points short of the next commander level. That should take me about 3 days to get there because you're getting almost 2,500 free every day between your campaign energy, your ISO 8 energy, all your daily objectives, your incursion campaign energy, and we even have a bonus event going on right now that you get points for. This Symbiote Collective, the showcase event, you get points for that. So with all of that added up, a little bit under 2,500 points or commander levels per day. How far away are you and what are you pushing? What are you spending your cores on, or are you just letting it happen as it comes?
Letting it happen as it comes. The only thing I'm doing differently than normal, I am doing the 50 core refreshes on the ISO 8 energy. Normally I don't do that.
There is an alliance event going on for that.
Right. I'll do it for the alliance events, but normally I wouldn't just for every day, but I am doing that one as well for the level cap, but I'm not refreshing the incursion energy because it's just kind of meh. Most of my, roster's already at 7 red. So it's kind of not really the best place to do it. But if you really want to min max, you could do that. But I'm trying to save some cores to open some core orbs for new teams coming out eventually.
Yeah, we're talking a little bit about this before we started recording. I guess spending between incursion, ISO 8, and normal campaign just depends what you want. If you need more crystals and stuff like that, that'll get you, you're getting that from the ISO 8 campaigns. More shards for characters or gold or training orb fragments, that's what or even gear, campaign energy. And if you want more dark promo credits, that's where you're going to spend your incursion campaign. Sometimes that is worth it, even if you have most of your roster at 7 stars. But if you want those dark promo credits, it can be worth it. That is where I'm at right now. There was a little issue with this event or a previous event. Got some compensation for the previous event. Century credits on day 1, January 22nd, when it launched. I spent a bunch of energy. I don't know how much energy you spent. I spent almost 4,000 energy. And that was converted at a 2-to-1 ratio, your century credits per energy spent. That wasn't supposed to be like that. It was supposed to be a 6-to-1 ratio, and they sent that out earlier. Did you get all your compensation, Dulom?
Yeah, I got my compensation as well. I didn't spend as much as you, so I got a little bit lower compensation than you. But honestly, I'm happy with the compensation they did. It was a direct relative number of the ratio being changed. They made the change really quickly too. It was within about 2 hours, so I got to give them credit to that. It's unfortunate that mistakes happen, right? And I wish they didn't happen in the first place. But the fact that they fixed it as quickly as they did, and then the compensation was sent out in a relatively timely manner, I think they did a pretty good job handling this as it came.
Dulom, if this happened 2 years ago while we were in the midst of Chase for Apocalypse, how quickly do you think they would have fixed this? Like in a week, 2 weeks? So a couple weeks after the event ends? I mean, when did it? Because there's been a big change in this company and everything.
Yeah.
So is that 2 years ago when the game was in its lowest point, how long do you think they would have taken to fix this?
I mean, my mind immediately goes to the Apples of Idun, where they had a store just like this, and then the campaign energy was just like this, and they started with like a 3-to-1 ratio, and then they bumped it up to like a 12-to-1 ratio, and it took them like 4 days to bump the ratio. Then they had to compensate us a bunch. Like, dude, we went from 4 days to 2 hours. Like, yeah, it's unfortunate mistakes happen, but if you're going to be able to fix them this quickly and give accurate compensation like this, you're doing something right. Like, you're doing things right, and things are absolutely improving for sure.
Yeah, I mean, and it's less work for them, right? Instead of delaying it hours, I mean, days and days and days, it's delaying hours, so it's much better for them. I did get this compensation. I'm still not really spending too much of this century credits. The character shards, all of them are farmable now that Iron Man is farmable. Gear 18, I know you're done with Dark Dimension 6. I'm just kind of getting this. If there's a unique piece that I want in the store, that's what I'm buying. I'm not really buying any of these parts as well, or these what are they called? The origin trait things, or whatever they're called. What are you buying in the store? Are there other pieces that are more valuable to you, or maybe the dark promos or Elite 7s? What are you getting in the store?
No, same boat as you. I'm getting those uniques, man. I've been running low on some uniques. I've been going back and taking up some older characters. Like, I just got my new Warriors all to 95 and took up Gwenpool a little bit.
Nice.
Vultures G18, so I needed those shield, the Hammer Tech unique. So stuff like that, just kind of going back and making sure my Cosmic Crucible teams are all top notch, because that's my favorite mode. But it's all the uniques are the biggest bottleneck for me for sure.
I agree. That's what I'm spending on. All right. Next thing, early this morning, surprise, we got some new characters, silhouettes. This one obviously is Red Goblin. The name is right there. We have 3 more, and yes, well, you are in the Envoy program, so you know exactly who these characters are. So congratulations! I forgot to congratulate you in the beginning of this video.
Thank
the newest
you.
member of the Envoy program. So I know you can't guess, but we do have some guesses here from the Twitter comments, and some of them are around the speed of these characters that I do want to address in just a little bit. This guess says Cosmic Ghost Rider. This one says Black Knight. Black Knight on the left, Cosmic Ghost Rider on the right, unsure about the middle. We have a bunch of other guesses here, like Blink, Spiral, Odin, Professor X. Man, there's actually, these aren't guesses. These are characters that they want to come to the game. This one's Starbrand 1mm. I don't know this character, but that's the interesting character here. Black Knight, Werewolf by Night. Oh, that would be cool. I did like that series. Did you see that Werewolf by Night series? Elsa and...
That movie was awesome. If we get like a Werewolf by Night / like Dark Hunters finally get finished, that'd be kind of interesting. That'd be kind of cool. Get a little update to, Morbius, OG Ghost Rider, stuff like that. That'd be kind of cool.
Man-Thing. They could bring Man-Thing into the game.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, absolutely. That'd be interesting.
Make them all black and white to match Elsa Bloodstone's costume.
Oh, give them all black and white skins. Yes. That'd be so cool. I would love that. I would love that.
So all these ideas that we're sprouting on the top of my head, let me know what you want to come to the game. Let me know who you think these are, Valley Club. As we talk about these character releases, let me talk about this comment right here. Please stop with the new characters. What happened to the new character reduction project you mentioned before? Level 100, level will be almost 100. You come back with new characters, origin characters, there'll be 6. You guys think we're going to quit rushing out new tune? Chasing the flavor of the mud has become tiresome. New Avengers, Nowhere, Underworld is literally tunes we get nerfed in the first months. All right, so I'm a little disagreement with this, because I remember when we would get characters 1 week, the next week another character, the next week another character, so like 4 per month. We've gotten, 4 in a 2-month-long release, so I think they have slowed down. I mean, we had a couple weeks between Void Knight, a couple weeks between Gwenom, no character this week. What do you? Am I alone in this, or do you think that they've slowed down as well, or do you agree with these guys that they're still very fast or too fast for you?
No, I definitely think they changed it. I think it might not be the amount of change that people have noticed if you're not super engaged. So like you said, it used to be every week, like every Friday, a new character was coming out. And I was like, dude, I can't keep up with this. And then it's become like 8 to 10 days, I think was the metric they were looking at. And it's more lean towards the 10 days, or even sometimes 11 or 12, like some people I see in my Twitch chat, like, hey, when's Gwenom coming? When's Gwenom coming? I'm like, dude, you got 3 or 4 more days. And they're like, really? I feel like it's been a while. So I don't know if I agree with them. And then the chasing the flavor of the month, that's the nature of the game, man. That's a hero
collector game. We're here to play a hero collector. That's how it's.
That's the nature of the game. Yeah, for sure.
Let me know your thoughts on these comments, Valley Club, as we move on to the new War and Raid season rewards to give players lines more time to prepare. Instead of announcing this coming Friday, announced that a couple days ago or yesterday. Taskmaster Diamonds will be in next season's raid rewards, and this is going to be the last season of raids that contained a specific character's diamonds. Starting a subsequent war season rewards will contain the specific character's diamonds for the last 2 seasons. More information on these season rewards provided in a future blog. I'm guessing Friday's blog. Why do you think this change was made? Do you think maybe more war characters getting more war diamonds? And I don't know. Why do you think this change was made? I liked how it was for the raids. Was there not any much engagement in war?
So I definitely like it the way it was in raids. I think it was a cool idea to add more rewards to the raids, but I also think putting it all in one game mode may not be the right way to do it. So I do like how they're spreading it to war as well. It'd be kind of cool if like the week
they're not spreading it, they're taking it.
They're taking it too. Yeah, they're taking it too. So what I would hope is that they have, when the war one is going on, they do it for war for 2 weeks, and then they change it to raids for 2 weeks, and it kind of alternates. So it makes a more like kind of well-rounded alliance rather than just focusing on raids and having to build invaders, but you also have to be good on war to get the rewards when they're in war. But I like the change. It makes you a more well-rounded alliance, and it's not just all tailored to raids. So being in war too is cool with me.
All right, and we are in the same alliance. We're in a war casual alliance, and we don't really care about war too much. We do pretty okay though. So I guess this is not the worst thing. Taskmaster Diamonds next season. We've had characters that have been in the meta. Taskmaster kind of out of the meta for a while. The Underworld team's not really used as much as it was in the past. Is there any value in Taskmaster now?
I know people, so not me, because I never built Underworld. I know people have been using Underworld to beat Extreme in war. So this could be like to give a little bit of help to those with smaller Underworlds, giving a little bit of a bolster to Taskmaster. And don't get me wrong, this team is really good if you're into war. Like this is like your 6th or 7th best war team right here. Like you're always using them. But I don't know, a little odd to put it on Taskmaster. But I don't know. It's a war offense team. It is what it is, Now,
the other thing about Taskmaster Dulom is we had a vote recently for the Mercs for Money team. As we see here, the Mercs for Money Panda Pool won that. So there's a Merc team coming. Do you think this has anything to do with the future Merc for Money team, or this is just something to help out the Underworld team that's going on right now? Do you think Taskmaster maybe has a rework coming?
Honestly, maybe it would make sense, right? That would be kind of cool. The Mercs for Hire team with the Panda Pool, it kind of looks like a Deadpool rework could be in the works too. Obviously, we don't know anything when it comes that far out. We got stars
for Deadpool and Domino in the same time we had this voting. So maybe they're getting reworks as well.
Dude, I had my tinfoil hat on when they gave that to us. I was like, oh my God, it's happening. My 2-diamond Deadpool is coming in. Yes. So I don't know. It would a Taskmaster rework. I wouldn't mind it. He's got a really cool kit. The turn 1 blinds are really cool. He's got a turn 2 stun. His kit's really good. He would need a team to bolster him, but I don't know. It was a comment in Twitch chat, I believe, that gave us this idea. And we were like, ooh, that's interesting. I didn't think about that.
This makes so much sense, right? Yeah. So Deadpool, Panda Pool, Domino, and Taskmaster sort of on the team so far.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens with that. All right, let's talk about these permanent legendaries though, because in the same blog, we got this with the permanent the design around legendary events has the intention of players building certain characters, certain teams, participating in an event to unlock a really powerful legendary character. So that's kind of how it was for all of the life of Marvel Strike Force, except when they started the Apocalypse run. We had the legendaries come in with Scourges different. They continued that in 2023. Looks like they're going back. After the current run of Green Goblin Classic Trials, all trials will follow a similar schedule as the current Scourges. So all 4 Scourges will run 1 week, and the following week, all the trials will run. So all the trials are the Black Cat, Nova, and Green Goblin. This bi-weekly rotation of Scourges and Trials will start at 4 Scourges on February 12th at 1 p.m. So that is next week, or not next week, 2 weeks, Monday from now. What do you think of this? I mean, the good thing is these are going to be permanent. We can unlock them anytime we want. The bad thing is that players that think they could get through difficulty 4 over and over and get these characters are not going to be able to do that anymore. But this is kind of returning to how it was before 2022. What do you think of this change? Is this too limiting for more players, or is this a net positive because we can get these all the time and not have to wait for these characters or wait for these events to pop up?
Right. So I like that they're always there, right? And it's kind of like a goal for somebody to always meet. The only thing that is kind of meh about this is that now you're requiring, right? Like for the Green Goblin team, you're requiring people to build NA. Like they have to build NA now because you have to get to a certain score to be able to unlock all the milestones to get all of them, because they're not going to be cumulative anymore. It's like the Horseman Scourges when they announce them. The one thing that gives me hope is that they will do what they did with the Horseman Scourges. And once these teams start getting outdated, that they add more teams to be able to use on the extra restrictive nodes, just like they did with the Horseman Scourges. So in, 8 to 12 months, when no one wants to build nowhere except for Nova, you're not going to get punished for that. Now you have Superior 6 that can help with that. But still, in other ways, being able to make it broader as those teams get older would be good. But we just got to make sure to keep on top of Scopely so that they actually do that.
Yeah, I think they did set the precedent, right? So I don't think that's too much of a worry, because we complained 1 week later, they made the change about all these other extra things that we could use in the legendaries. They did that with the Horsemen. They did with the normal legendaries. So I don't think that limiting Rebirth, New Avengers is going to be a thing, because they've shown they could change this stuff in the future and add more teams, add more requirements to all this stuff. And we had the Green Goblin trials return, probably the last time they're returning at this. We have some milestone rewards here. They're probably going to be changed up a little next time we see this. We have some ranking rewards. They're probably going to be totally gone the next time we see this. And I got a question for you. We have these bonus shards. These are normally first-time rewards. They're still included right now in these ranking rewards. Do you think when these ranking rewards are finalized, Dulom, that the Green Goblin first-time rewards are going to be included in that? These extra 20 shards times 8, times 9, times 15 at some levels. Where do you think we're actually going to get, or players are actually going to get this?
I don't know, honestly. I feel like if it was, so it obviously is a mistake because those are always the first time rewards. But I feel like they would have fixed it already because they've been on top of things like that lately. So I'm wondering if they messed up and then they're like, you know what, we messed up. Let's bite the bullet. We'll keep it, because they're only doing 2 runs of the OG trials before they go to the new format. 4, right? So this could be, right. It's like 3 or 4. So this could be the norm, and they do the first time rewards for both the first and the second one before they release it to that new kind of how the Horseman Scourges are, to help people get to that 7-star quicker.
Now, if this was on purpose, do you think that's going to be more? I mean, what was my questions? So that's an interesting point. They may have done this on purpose because they're only doing 2 Green Goblin trials instead of what I thought would be 4 or 5 or a few more of these. If that is the case, that they run these only 2 times and then they go into the permanent section, but they have the first time rewards on the second time, is that a bad thing? Because
no,
I think there's a lot more shards going out.
Oh yeah, this would be awesome because you can get like top 6% twice and you'll have a 7-star. I'm almost positive. I don't know the exact math on it, but you only need 405 shards each. So wherever gets you 405 shards is, I think, actually the 4 to 6. I think I was actually pretty close. That's 400 shards for the 4 to 6. So you'll be just short, but you also have the milestones on top of that. So you can drop down a little bit further. You may be able to get like 10 to 13% on both times and get a decent amount of milestones and finish it even quicker. So this could be a great change, but communicate it to us so we don't have to speculate. Let us know your plans.
This has been asking about when we saw these first time rewards in there. As soon as it launched, like, is this planned? Is this stuff? No response from the devs. So I don't know what they're going to do with this. My score right now, 1.1. I don't know if I'm going to do this full milestone 43, get to the 1.35 to get some of these gear 18 pieces. Extra Green Goblin shards won't mean anything once these ranking rewards go out for me, because I did pretty good in the first run of this. Are you going to push for a high score, get all these, or are you just going to go for an easy run, get whatever it takes to get Green Goblin to the next star level for you?
I realized it was a lot easier than last time because I had way more stars on New Avengers. I didn't put any more gold or training mats or gear into them, but the stars really helped. So I was able to do difficulty 8, all the scourges except for the health modifiers. And honestly, it was not bad at all. I think I reset node 6 like 3 or 4 times and then reset node 10 maybe 5 times. So it was not that bad at all.
And we got some new teams as well. And this Pegasus smashes the tech section. We got the Superior Sinister 6 smashing the city villains, and then the Global Blasters. Well, we got a combination of Pegasus and the Extreme X-Men. Worked very good in this. So this is a lot easier. Let me know what you think of these Green Goblin trials, and good luck. Hopefully you get as many stars as Green Goblin as possible, because we're not getting your ranking rewards anymore. Next thing I want to talk about, more back to these polls. We do have a winner for the poll. It looks like Sasquatch, Guardian are the 2 winners of the poll. Vindicator out. I'm not too familiar with the Alpha Flight, but I know from reading this, Guardian and Vindicator are the 2 founding members of Alpha Flight. We're only getting one of them in the game. What do you think of that? And what do you think of the choice of Sasquatch?
A little odd. The having to vote in like the leaders was a little peculiar. I would figure those would be the shoe-ins, right? Like you would figure the leader would be the one that's like keeping Cyclops off a team because he's the leader of the X-Men, and we have to vote him in.
Sasquatch is gonna win. You put him in a poll, he's gonna win. I mean, why even put him in a poll? You know the community's gonna vote for him.
Absolutely. So like, because we always love the funny tunes. You know, we all voted for Panda Pool like excessively. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. We all want the funny tunes. I want Panda Pool to jump on somebody like Snorlax from Pokemon and just body slam him. That'd be awesome. I don't know what that is, but I want to see that too.
So
kind of like the blob animation where he jumps and lands and like belly flops. So like that blob animation, I would love to see him do something like that.
I would like to see that as well.
That'd be so cool. But like, dude, Sasquatch is going to be a fun character, and that's what this game is all about. Let's have fun people so we can have fun animations to see how this game goes, because the animations are what keeps this game, is the bread and butter of this game, honestly.
And for all the Canadian players, now you have the Captain Canada, sort of. You have a character with a big Canadian flag on his chest. So that's I like this. Only other character from Alpha Flight I know is Puck. So I hope Puck comes. Other characters I don't know.
Fascinating.
Do you know other Alpha Flight characters? And if so, no. All right.
Nope.
Valley Club, who do you want to see coming to the game from Alpha Flight besides Guardian and Sasquatch?
Puck just sounds like such a Canadian like stereotype because of like hockey puck. We got maple syrup on the team too. Like, what do you mean?
I'm wondering if that's what their intention was when they originally designed the character.
Right? I don't know. I've never heard of Alpha Flight before, so this is all news to me. All fun stuff to learn for me.
I would always see their comics when I was a kid, and I was like,
oh, okay,
that looks cool, but I'm gonna get the Hulk one. I'm gonna get these other ones. I never bought it, but I was always see them. But
fair enough.
All right, they're coming to the game. It's good. All right, next we have an event that's going on right now. Unnecessarily complicated. What the heck, Dulom? Why do we have to blitz and spend ISO 8 energy, but only on certain days? You're getting some of this stuff through the web. You're spending campaign energy, and then you have to do a blitz milestone, certain campaign nodes, but only for 2 days. And then you're getting more blitz shard fragments. What the hell? They talked about less complicated events. The general manager said he hated that these events are so complicated, and then they bring us this. Why? What is the intent of this? To confuse us? To spend money? Why is this so confusing, Dulom?
Dude, I looked at this and I went, I'm one of the highest engaged people. Like, we all are, right? Anybody who makes content or like some of the highest engaged people. You know, when I looked at this, I went, what? Now, looking at somebody who doesn't look at content, trying to understand this is so hard for them, and knowing when things start and knowing when to blitz and knowing when to ISO campaign and all this stuff, I think is a big miss because it's super confusing.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, you mentioned
super confusing.
What you just said. If you didn't read the blog post, if you're not following content creators, how the hell would you know how to do this event scopely? This is a horrible decision. Go back to the old events. Make it either just ISO 8 campaigns or just blitzing. I'd rather have it be one thing, and then have certain things on certain days, certain things on other days. This
same.
Yeah, I mean, the rewards are pretty good. And if you are engaged, you probably can get them pretty easily, but gosh, why do you have to be so engaged and pay so much attention just to do well in an event? It is
just to do the bare minimum. The bare minimum, which is getting the event item. You know, that's the standard is getting the event item.
Did you see this stuff? All these alien sports are the very next man. The very next one though.
I saw that. I was foaming at the mouth. I was like, I need those. I need those badly.
I need to blitz a lot this week.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That is very, very good. But yeah, I don't like that. Is so complicated. I wish it was a little easier to understand, and hopefully it does get easier to understand. Hopefully this is a major miss and they don't do this kind of stuff.
Streamline is my main word for events. Streamline them, dude. Streamline them. One
Focus
thing,
on the actual
couple days.
gameplay.
Absolutely.
And the actual fun, and not, how do I min-max this stupid event to get the rewards? That's making less about min-maxing, making more about the gameplay. But we did get some good news. We got these characters farmable. This is a pretty good. I was expecting this maybe Thursday, Friday. We got this early. We got this on the 31st. Iron Man Infinity War character shards are in the Cosmic Crucible store. I have seen him there. He's also in the Century Credit store if you want to use your Century credits there. Dark Hawk character shards now available. Hard Heroes 7-6. Morbius is out. So if you are like myself and still was farming Morbius for those gold orb fragments, now you can get Dark Hawk and gold orb fragments at the same time. So this is good. And Ironheart Mark II. This is the character that I have the least shards on. I think she had a tough event. They didn't make her very available. I don't think she was in any battle passes or strike passes. Mark II character shards now available in the War Store. I know she's there. People have seen her. I have not seen her in my War Store. Have you not seen any of these characters in your personal store yet?
I have, but the problem I have with the War Store is my currency is going to uniques right now, man. I need so many uniques from the War Store, and that's like one of the best places to get them. So the character shards in there make it hard to also farm them. It's a pick and choose battle at that point, so it's tough.
Is Ironheart even worth building up? I know she's necessary for the raids, but I use Dark Hawk a lot more, Iron Man Infinity War a lot more outside the raids. Do we even need a lot of shards for Ironheart?
Personally, I think I'm going to take her to 6 and then probably stop there unless they're not doing something that I need them to do. That's kind of like the way I gauge if I need to build a character or if I need to invest more or get more shards on them or anything like that, is if they're not doing a task that I need them to do pretty often, that's when I'll be like, all right, cool. I need to make sure that they're still doing what I need them to do, whether it's Cosmic Crucible, raids, war, they've found some niche uses, but yeah, it just depends.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm probably in the same boat. I'm probably going to build her because I'm a completionist. I wanted it at 7.
Yeah, same.
I don't know if I need her at 7 though for what I need. I think she's just valuable inside the raids. But I got to ask you before we move on to the next topic, Dulom, are you cashing in your war credits here or your what is this? The alliance credits every single day? Get this
absolutely
stuff?
I have 0 of those. I've absolutely been doing that.
Oh, I was hoping you had a surplus that you get more shards, everything. All right, so if you guys aren't doing that, make sure you guys are cashing that stuff in. I'm going down here, but yeah, I don't have a lot of war credits either.
Something that could be helpful for that, if you want to go back to that real quick, and I just want to throw something real quick. Sorry.
Yes. No worries. What is this here?
So if you scroll back down to the bottom. So in the early game, I actually didn't buy the war credits. I bought the Elite Floors when the Elite Fours were not that prevalent. Okay. I bought the Elite Fours because I didn't have a lot of access to red stars at lower accounts when I was lower.
I bought a few of these as well.
I realized that and I was like, dude, this is guaranteeing me an Elite Four, like, once a week, once every other week. It is expensive at 6,000, but like red stars were such a gate for me as a newer player and stuff like that. And I was like, the war credits are flowing. I don't even know what I need to buy. So I ended up doing that, but times have changed maybe, but kind of look at your roster and see what's beneficial for you.
Yeah, I don't need any of this. I don't need this, but the war credits I need way more than I have right now. But that's just a quick tip. Hopefully that helps you guys. Let's move back to Pegasus though. I want to talk about their value. Obviously they're good in the raids. You need them in the raids. And they're good in Cosmic Crucible. On defense, not as good, but they're very, very good on offense. I have got some consistent wins against the Gamma in Cosmic Crucible. What are you using? And they're tough on war defense as well. What are you using these characters for right now?
Yeah, obviously
outside of the raids.
Outside of raids, obviously raids, right? War, I think I have them on war defense if I'm not mistaken, because they're still an okay team. They still take something that goes faster. Yeah. I've been using them in Cosmic Crucible. Like you said, if you've got a bigger one, you can take out a Gamma with it. You could take out Infinity Watch with it. If you have a really big Pegasus, you can actually take a Black Order in room 3, but it can get dicey. And then obviously this is the Death Seed killer too. I actually did a 750k punch up on a Death Seed in room 4 today with Pegasus. So dude, it punches up a lot. The key is Kestrel being big because she does all the damage, and then Rescue just so she doesn't get deleted by Arcane Angel because she'll revive anybody that gets deleted. But the team is finding uses, and I'm liking that raid teams are having more use outside of raids. Extreme is finding great success in CC and then also War. So I'm hoping this is the trend and they keep this trend going.
I like it as well. Yeah, building it for one game mode doesn't feel as good as building for multiple game modes. Yeah. You know, you mentioned Rescue, the value. She is the most, after Kestrel, the most valuable, because if she dies, your team totally goes away. So I need to get this third diamond on Kestrel. I'm saving up for that, but I think I'm going to get a first diamond on Rescue just to make her a little more survivable, because if she dies, the battle goes away in Crucible and War. So.
Yeah, man.
All right, and a new character that was released this past week, Gwenom. And in my experience on the test server, this is the key to this hive mind working with a super-skrull combo. Have you unlocked this character? Have you played with this character at all? And what has your experience been so far if you've tried out this character?
So Sus Rebirth has been working for me. So I was kind of pumping the brakes on this team on unlocking early core orbs or anything like that.
First two nodes or the boss node as well?
So boss node's rough. Boss node, my side, we'll quadruple tap the boss node if we have to. Boss node's rough because we don't really go for skill right now. So if we blow a little bit extra energy on the boss node, it's good for that extra milestone points. The team, it looks good from what I've seen. The 4-piece with Sus is doing work from what I've seen. I know you've had some success. I've heard other people have some success with it, which is nice.
Yeah. So what I used on a test server, I did a 4 red, 4 gold stars on Gwenom and on Void Knight. They're both level 95. And then our Carnage and Venom, they were both 7/7. I don't think I had a diamond on the test to run them. super-skrull was in there, and they smashed the first node, smashed the second node, would have smashed the third node, but I ran out of time because I was reading their cooldowns and everything. So this 4-piece team, maybe not at 2 stars, but at 4 stars, this team will be very, very good. And I don't know if they'll be able to sim it for you, but you could definitely clear the boss node one shot with that team. You don't need 4 people teaming up for that. So that is good.
And I'm okay playing it because the team looks fun. The team looks so fun. The animations are awesome on this team. Like, they are so cool. So I'm good with playing it.
The character model looks good. Just the character model alone. This is awesome.
Oh yeah, dude, the tongue wrapping around is my favorite. I love that. That looks so cool.
Now let me ask you, if this 4-piece team with super-skrull can beat these raids, maybe not, I don't know about simming it, but they can beat these raids, smash the boss node. Is Red Goblin even necessary? Do we even need this next character that's coming? This hive mind?
It may not be a requirement, but it may be kind of a luxury, right? And then obviously if Incursion 3, whatever the next raid is, comes out, you're probably going to need this team, the full team, because they're going to struggle a little bit more in whatever the next raid is.
Definitely.
Having to like rush build to make the team work, I don't know if you really need to, which is a good thing. A lot of people can pump the brakes, put them on the back burner because a lot of gold and training mats are going to level 100. So pumping the brakes on them and being able to do it with the 4-piece and stuff may be a good tactic. And then just slow build them when you get more resources back.
Yeah, I think unless you could really sim it, you're still spending time on the raids. You could already probably do it with, if you got a big void, if you have a big rebirth and super-skrull, you could beat those first 2 nodes and that'll give you a higher percentage in that. I think this is a good shelvable team. You definitely will need them, and but if your alliance isn't concerned with doing, the bio section, you could hold off on it right now.
Yeah, it reminds me of Rebirth. When Rebirth came out, everybody was like, skippable? No, shelvable though. Yeah, we can shelve them for a little bit because Web Warriors was still temperamentally working.
I mean, you can even make that argument at Extreme X-Men, right? Because Death Seed with Apocalypse was working pretty good. It's like, we don't need it. Until Sunspot came out, like, this team kills.
destroys it. Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, I think that they have a trend of that. But as far as the event for Gwenom, we did have some questions on chat this morning. I did want to everybody aware of this that was on the social media a while ago. February 5th to the 12th, Into the Gwenomverse is going to be the Gwenom event. What kind of things? We haven't had data mines about this. What do you think is going to be the release method for her? Campaign energy spending? Is it going to be some stupid event that you have to blitz a couple days and then spend some campaign energy and maybe some encouraging campaign energy and then raid or something like that? What do you think is going to be with this event? Is it going to be an easy one or a complicated one?
I hope not complicated. Like I said, streamline, man. We need to streamline these events. Make them easy. Make it one task and one task only. I don't know, man. We haven't had an event campaign in a while, so maybe an event campaign, that'd be kind of cool. I think the last one was Cosmo.
Do we do those? Do they do those?
I
anymore?
don't know, man. I hope that would be cool. I have no idea, honestly. You know, it could go any direction. We could do a campaign energy. I'm assuming it wouldn't be Blitz because the original idea for the data mine said that this was going to be a Blitz one for Void Knight, and then they ended up changing it. So I don't know. Maybe that was supposed to be for Gwenom. I don't know what's going on. We are still blitzing, but not as hard as like normal 8 rotations a day.
Just for web. I think it was like 3. Right. That's not that bad. So
not bad at all.
Let me know your guesses on what this will be tomorrow. It's probably going to be described in the blog post tomorrow. Also, starting February 5th, Everyone Tech looks like it's an alliance event that's related to Cosmic Crucible. Yeah, I know. Solo mode for an alliance-wide event doesn't seem as good. I feel the exact same way. Hopefully they stop these in the future. But let's move on to the increase of dark promo credits. So there was a cap on the dark promo credits that got increased to 30,000. I don't know if this was a huge issue because all the milestone rewards that you're getting, it goes over the cap. Anything you buy goes over the cap. The only thing that this would change is when you're opening your red star orbs, just don't open your red star orbs and then you don't go over the cap. So that's the only real thing that this changes there. Have you reached a cap or even gotten close to the cap? Does this affect you at all?
No, I haven't gotten close to the cap. I have heard some people saying that the cap was becoming a problem, which makes sense because there's good value in the battle pass that gives you like the 4,000 dark promotion credits.
But if you buy it, right? you're still going over it.
You still go over it. Exactly.
This cap only affects your red star orbs.
Exactly. The only thing that scares me with the cap increase is the next character that we're most likely going to get red stars for is going to be super-skrull. And the change in the cap makes me think that it may be really, really expensive for super-skrull.
Well, do you think it's going to be crazy or like Apocalypse? Because Apocalypse was a little bit more expensive.
Right. So Apocalypse total, all 3, the 5th, the 6th, and the 7th, totaled out to 12,000, which is the cap, the old cap. So I'm wondering if the new cap is now totaled for super-skrull. I'm hoping. I'm hoping not. Don't do it, man.
He's a good character. He's not that much better than Apocalypse, though. He's good.
Don't do like 7,500, 10,000, and then 12,500 to make it to 30K. But like, dude, super-skrull is nuts right now. They're gonna need to make it pretty hard to get them. You know.
Just wait till everybody gets them. Wait till everybody gets them. Wait till like half the community's through Dark Dimension 6, and then we start to do these. Yeah, it'll be a more even playing field, I guess. Yeah. Elite Orbs. These new Elite Orbs are in the store right now. These are not for most people. I don't know what the reaction to this was, but for me, this was just a replacement to your 10x drop because I don't know why they couldn't get that in. I guess there was something on the back end that they couldn't get that in for the red stars or any of these. And then to get these, the dark promo, the increased drop rate when there's a character in there. That's all that this is for. Did you see this as anything else? Or did what you heard from the community, anybody seeing this as something else?
No, just a quality of life change to give the 10x option. You just don't get the characters from it because I don't think you could do a 10x option for like an Elite 4 with the characters being in there. So I think this is their fix for it.
Maybe that was a limitation of their 10x.
Just because of the limitations. So so I think that was the issue with it, which it's a nice quality of life because I know a lot of people have been sitting on a lot of Elite 4s, a lot of Elite 5s. Whatever it is. So it's just a streamlined process, which I'm fine with. I hope it didn't take too much.
Yeah. Instead of going in here and hitting this 10 times, I just go down here and hit this once.
I hope it didn't take too many resources. If it was a quick fix, awesome. If it took some resources, then I don't know. I think it could have been better spent elsewhere. But I mean, it's a good quality of life fix. I like quality of life. That's making the game way more more enjoyable, honestly.
Yeah, and the numbers here, they're exactly, 10 times this, and the dark promo credits that you could get from here, exactly 10 times what you could get in one orb at the 10x drop rate. So and you're opening 10 times. So this is just a quality of life change. Yeah. Way to give them the 10x in there. All right, release notes. They're getting a little bit of change from update 7.7. Much more brief. We were saving official announcement for weekly blogs. So kind of what they're doing now, and release notes will now only include features going live at the conclusion of a new version's maintenance mode and important bug fixes. They're announcing this now. They kind of already did this with 7.6. They didn't have all the notes for all the characters in there. We were getting stuff week by week. I don't see this as a huge change, but now this is official. Does this change anything for you, Dulom?
I think it makes patch day, or I guess like when the official patch goes live, since it's like the over the air now. So it's like the Monday through Wednesday. I think it makes like when the patch notes go in less impactful for people. Cause I know that was always a big thing on Twitch of everybody reading it and speculating and seeing, well, what's this? What's that? Why'd they fix that bug? Is this person getting reworked? Oh man. Like, so I think it takes away a little bit.
The bug fixes will still be there though.
Right. The bug fixes will still be there and stuff.
Will the bug fixes actually be in a game? Sometimes they are, sometimes not, but they'll be in the notes.
So, I mean, it's kind of meh. It's just helping them a little bit keep all the information in the weekly blogs rather than having them in the patch notes and then also in the blogs. So I think it's a good change. As long as you're reading the blogs, you're not missing anything.
Yeah, like you said, it's a little less impactful when we get the release notes, but on a week-to-week basis, now we get something to look forward every week because we don't have all the information. So
yeah, I was going to say the blogs might be more. The blogs might be more impactful now instead of having what we call light blogs. Sometimes maybe they'll be more impactful because the patch notes in the beginning won't be so big. Oh
yeah, for the longest time we would get the patch notes, and then for the next 2 weeks the blogs were like nothing because we got all that stuff. So at least now there's something to look forward to, right?
Yeah, because we already knew. Yeah, absolutely.
We got all the characters kits and everything. Yep. All right, last but not least, Cosmic Crucible. We have a season ending very, very soon. It is ending in just 8 short days, which means that it is your final push to get inside this top 200 for your season rewards. Are you making that final push, Dulom? Are you inside it now? And what are you doing to stay in it?
I'm not inside of it now.
Okay, what are you doing to get in it? What are you doing to get in it?
I'm trying my best, man. We're getting close. The level cap, even in like the Masters 1, is affecting me. My first round this week, I went against a 98. Second round was a 96. Third round was a 97. So like, it's hitting me. I ended up going 2-1 this week. So again, still moving up little by little, but I think I'm going to have to go 3-0 next week to pull off a top 200. So here's hoping, man. Here's hoping.
I hope you get in there as well, brother.
Yeah, man.
And I guess, did you see any new weird defenses this week? Now, this is a common team that you see in 1. The Secret Defender, Stano, super-skrull. Room 4 instead of room 1, though. That was probably the most interesting thing I saw this week. What did you see anything crazy on defense, or did you use any new crazy offenses?
Today, the level 97 I went against loves war. His name is War Dog in game, so I was like, oh, he loves war. In room 2, he had a 2.5 million infestation.
Holy crap.
In room 6, he had a 2.6 or 2.7 million rebirth, and everything had diamonds on it. And I was like, "What? I got to take these teams seriously now. What the heck, man?
Holy crap.
I don't want to take an infestation seriously." So I threw my sus at it and deleted it. I was like, whatever. Overkill's underrated. Click, and just did that.
And all right, so yeah, that was probably the most interesting thing. There's some new ones, but kind of like you said, the season's kind of shaped out for what it is right now. We've had these teams for a while. X-Men kind of made a little wrinkle in it, and I kind of enjoy the season with the X-Men having 1 counter, 1 team. I think that's a good thing, but yeah, everybody get as high as you can in Cosmic Crucible. 8 days left to get a few more. I guess these rewards in the top 5% isn't that big of a difference, but yeah, more Dark Diamond credits, the better, because I want to get all my characters up high as possible.
Absolutely.
That is it, though, brother Dulom. Any final thoughts before we wrap this week up?
No, pretty good week. It's we got 1 more week at Cosmic Crucible, so I'm stoked for that. It's going to be really hyped to see the last week and everybody trying to make those final pushes. The last time we can kind of theory craft with defenses and stuff like that. I'm excited for the patch coming up, hopefully sometime soon, because we're getting close to the end of this patch. No clue when it is yet, but I couldn't be happier with Marvel Strike Force right now. They're doing a lot of good things. They're listening to the community, and that's a big thing, man.
Yeah, this game is a lot more fun. There's that player's voice, the change in Scopely's attitude towards the players, and their reactions and everything is very good. And this game is a lot more fun. There are some things I wish the events were not as complicated, some of these things. There's a few things I can complain about, but in every game, there's it's not going to be everything positive. There's going to be some things that you like, some things that you don't. But overall, Marvel Strike was very, very good. That is it. Anything else coming up for you, brother Dulom?
No. So obviously the new Cosmic Crucible season is going to be coming out relatively soon. That's my bread and butter. I'm looking to make a counter video on that once I get some data from the first probably week or two.
Okay.
Just like I did with this season, I had pretty much every counter you could imagine in there.
Nice.
And that was a kind of a longer video, but it had timestamps. Everybody can go where you wanted to go to get all the counters and then videos to link to it and stuff. So I want to do that again. I'll probably be making an infographic for that too. So it's way easier to be accessible. But yeah, man, just making content, enjoying CC. I'm an envoy now, so enjoying all the new information I'm getting.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I'm excited, man. I'm really excited, honestly.
Cool. Well, make sure you guys check out his channel. The links are going to be down below. And if this video did help you out, leave it a like. It is free for you and it helps out this channel. And if you want to check out what are the best characters to farm right now in Marvel Strike Force, check out the video up there and I'll see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great rest of your week. Are you ready for a fist bump, brother Dulom?
Always.
All right, here we go. Hog fist bump, ValleyFlyin, Dulomshire out. Have a great rest of your day, guys.